come on. Serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I want to write my essay on something interesting.
Yes, you came to me. So,
Did one of them just mention Tatara Suna? But is it just Paimon or is it kinda unusual for... Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara...
All right, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the... Ugh, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and I...
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatara Suna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see. My teacher chose this area of...
If you don't mind, I'd love...
hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatara Suna. The writings mentioned someone but in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it and killed his servant Katsuragi. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman...
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatara Suna for a while before...
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for... Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry.
Wait, so there are two missing people in this...
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the...
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So, basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Khaenri'ah clan. Something then seems to have happened in the Khaenri'ah clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but take...
The Khaenri'ah?
Sawada, you left out the biggest
Oh, yes, of course! How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be...
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the kabuki mono was not a human...
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something.
No, Paimon just meant,
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human...
Oh, and please read my... Sawada was in. Oh!
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. Besides, if there...
Good point. Okay, back to the.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about. Okay, then even if we did know something about it, after all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are treason. Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see. Traveler, Paimon, they're... Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around him. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal. And he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me? But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to... But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between... As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the ballot.
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck. Wait a second. Former? You mean... he's not a harbinger? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after... well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility...
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your...
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well...
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida... Are you... Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, yes. As I told you once before... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So... You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twins' details in. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer, he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power, the amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's... Exactly! Or what if... I understand. But sometimes, how things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to, it's my pleasure, really.
Paimon's still worried about this.
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own. In fact, I was going to ask you this, even though he only has a fraction of his full power left. That's still a fraction. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Prepare yourselves.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter...
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner...
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on...
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost... Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides.
Fine, let's call it truce.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are, per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to...
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get... Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy, it's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiate...
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow! So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh! Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information... Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted.
Let's go.
Hey, so... what are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to...
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
in every direction! No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay up.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure.
Will do.
For once, we're the ones with no.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's a...
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Perhaps today will be the day that he... Well done. Smart and attentive as always. So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay.
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara...
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gesse got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're...
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found any?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing.
Wait! How did you know about that? Didn't...
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement! You have to share it with us!
Shh.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace after...
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established at the forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material, has since flourished, giving rise to generations of sword skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their—
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have— You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me. Even now, you remain one of Tatarasuna's key consultants, working right here.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke, mounting production problems, and recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, but that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would—
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torachiyo, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family—
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very—
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside.
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust—
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever— I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking.
You...
You're a little smarter than I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
If you kill me, there's no one who can get in—
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this?
It's no trouble at all. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui heart.
The Fatui?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your name.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just...
Look how even the righteous soul is... My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead.
If you give him my heart, tell him he has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not— I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, Mr. Niwa. Already dead. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me, creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore! Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into— but why did we see things from him?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. You know very well what that means. Even more so than now.
Let's give him some space. He looks really—
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but what?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed— So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Frontier. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelt. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent— The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a curse. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer—
Holy moly! So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim?
Yes. Only if you understand.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright?
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your... It won't.
Hey, are you investigating this?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, the reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul, it might have something to do with Khaenri'ah. Apparently, Khaenri'ah was her first destination when... Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Khaenri'ah, and lived with your sister for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible? Done.
Huh? What happened?
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at—
Hey! Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's—
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta— Oh no, he's with—
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now?
It was the Balladeer's fault.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, we're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of
We're out! And we're at—
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will— I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help—
An emergency? How bad is it?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, It won't lead to a disaster. Please rest.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible. Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already and it's like... Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck... So, why does Paimon still have a bad... Paimon's so confused. Huh? Ah! Sorry. Paimon accidentally... But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. Paimon's head is over here. Paimon's had it with that. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's... So, how about... Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Andrean chili chicken! Almond tofu! Also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp... Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon... Is that a food too? What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something... So, the balladeer. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like the...